Hello my dear students, welcome to your favorite channel Neet World. This is Vasavi Ma'am, your biology educator for Foundation and CBSE. Students, in today's particular session we are going to discuss and we are going to solve the top most important level 1 type of MCQs from the chapter tissues. So, when it comes to the second chapter tissues of 9th CBSE, it has been divided into two subtopics, okay, animal tissues as well as plant tissues. But in today's session we are going to solve the most important level 1 type of questions from the subtopic animal tissues. Yes. So, I request each and every student to be please stay tuned until the session gets end, as these all are the most important MCQs which I have analyzed, and these are sometimes most repeated PYQs also. Yes. So, now let us solve each and every question by analyzing each and every option, students. Okay. Look into the first question. Which of the following cells is found in the cartilaginous tissue of the body? Okay. Which of the following cells is found in the cartilaginous tissue of the body? So, here it is a question with respect to the cells with respect to the particular type of tissue. So, in the cartilaginous cells we are going to find the chondrocytes. Chondrocytes are the cells which are present inside the cartilaginous tissue. Okay. Whereas coming towards the option A, mast cells, it is a wrong option because this we can find inside the areolar tissue. And next coming towards the option B, basophils, these are actually found and these are actually located in the fluid connective tissue. Okay. And option C is osteocytes. Osteocytes are found in the rigid tissue that is called as bone. Okay. Clear with the first question? Chondrocytes will be the first answer. And next coming towards the second question, the structural and functional units of striated muscle fiber is. Okay. This question is especially related to the muscle tissue. So, now the given options are, option A is sarcolemma. What is sarcolemma? It is a membrane which is going to be surrounded towards the muscle fibers. Okay. So, the group of muscle fibers are going to be surrounded by a membrane called as sarcolemma, and option B is the sarcomere. This will be the correct option, students. Okay. Sarcomere is the functional unit of the muscular tissue. It is going to show and it is actually involved in the contractile function. It is involved in contractility. Yes, coming towards the option C, sarcoplasm, it is actually the cytoplasm of the muscle cells. It will be the wrong option, and option A is also wrong. Option D is the myofibrils. Myofibrils are only the cells which are actually present inside the muscle cells. So, this is also the wrong option. Options the question 3 is, nerve fibers differ from the muscle fibers in having, okay, the nerve fibers and muscle fibers. So, now you have to analyze the option which is going to show the variation in between the muscle fibers and nerve fibers. Option A is myofibrils. Okay, it is wrong because this we can find only in the muscle cells. And striations, option B, this also we can find only inside the muscle cells. And option C is the sarcolemma. It is also we can find inside the muscle cells only. All the option A, B and C are related to muscle tissues. Whereas coming towards the option D, dendrites, it is the right option. Okay. Dendrites are going to show the differentiation in between the muscle cells and nerve cells. Okay. This we cannot find inside the muscle cells. These are actually the branching like structures which are going to be arised from the region of cyton. Yes. Coming towards the fourth question. Yes. Nissl granules are present in. The given options are, this question is related to the nervous tissue. So, it is related to nervous tissue. So, absolutely the answer will be the option A. Okay, nerve cells. Inside the nerve cells we can find the Nissl granules, and option B is mast cells. Okay, mast cells is related to these are the cells which are present in areolar tissue. So, this is also wrong. And bone cells, inside the bone cells we cannot find the Nissl granules, and inside the cartilage cells only the chondrocytes are present but Nissl granules are absent. So, the right option will be the option A. And next coming towards the fifth question, sarcolemma is a membrane that covers. Where we can find the sarcolemma? Just now previously we have solved the question for it. So, I am going to give the direct answer for this particular question. Sarcolemma is a membrane which covers the muscle fibers. Okay. Nerve fibers wrong, visceral fibers wrong, and tendons also wrong option. Coming towards the sixth question. Okay. Sixth question is, the most common connective tissue is. This we have discussed in detail in the introduction session of the tissues itself. Okay, which is the most common type of tissue in our body? Yes, adipose tissue, it is a wrong. And next, reticular tissue, it is also wrong option. Adipose tissue is meant for storage of fats. Okay, and fibrous tissue, wrong option. And areolar tissue will be the right option. It is the most abundantly present inside our body. It is also called as filler tissue, and it is called as packaging tissue, because it is going to fill the space inside the internal organs. Yes. So now next, coming towards the 7th question. Tendon connects. Okay, tendon connects. What are tendons? Okay, this also, it is a simple and easy concept to remember. We have also studied about it by viewing the diagram, right. So tendons are going to form the connection in between the muscles with bones. So the given options, once you look into the options, these are connected with the bone. Okay, the connection of bone with the muscles is called as tendons. So the option B is right. Option A, cartilage with muscles, wrong. And ligaments with muscles. What is actually ligament? A connection of bone to bone is only called as ligament, but it is not actually going to connect towards the muscles. So this will be the wrong option. Option D, bone with bone. This is also wrong option. It is only called as ligament. So the right option will be the option B. The tendons are actually involved in connection of muscles with the bones. Yes, next, coming towards the 8th question. Bone forming cells are called as, see students, the cells which are present inside the rigid tissue, that is bone tissue, those are called as osteoblast. So the option A will be the right option. Whereas coming towards the option B, osteoclast, this will be the wrong option, because osteoclasts are going to break down the older bone cells, whereas the new bone cells are always going to be formed by the cells called as osteoblast. So similarly, chondroblast will form the new cartilage cells, and chondroclast will destroy, or else chondroclast will break the older cartilage cells. Coming towards the 9th question, nerve impulses are conducted towards the cell body by. This question is very most important, which we have discussed about the impulses, and we have discussed about the what actually the synapse means. Okay, we have discussed about the nervous tissue elaboratively in the another session which is related to the nervous tissue. So regarding that, here are the given options. Axons. Okay, through the axons impulse is not connected, this is wrong. And option B is ganglia. The ganglia are actually the group of nerve cell bodies. Okay, and option C is dendrites, it will be the right option. And option D is neurons. Okay, so the neurons only the actually the structural and functional unit of the nerve fibers. Okay, so now the dendrites are going to form, and the dendrites are going to conduct the impulses. Okay, they are going to carry the impulses. How means? The dendrites of one neuron is connected to the axon terminal of the another neuron. Okay, so at this particular point, the synapse or else the electrical junction, it is going to be created, where the impulses are going to be carried away from the cell. Yes. So now next, let's look into the 10th question. Which muscles are going to act like involuntary? So here there are 4 options. You have to match the correct pair of involuntary muscles. Option 1 is striated muscle, option 2 smooth muscles, 3 is cardiac muscles, and 4th is skeletal muscles. Okay. So here this particular question is related to the types of muscles only. Okay students. So I already have shown about the clear comparison characteristics of each muscle type of tissues. So now you have to answer this question. So first let me explain about the correct option. Yes, option 3 is cardiac muscles and option 2 is smooth muscles. Okay, these two are the correct pairs of the involuntary muscles. See, smooth muscles we can find inside some our internal organs, and these are going to be formed, which we can be seen inside the visceral organs of our body. So for this smooth muscle we have also learned the example of peristaltic movements inside the esophagus. Can you stop those particular peristaltic movements? No. Once if we are going to swallow the food, we cannot stop the contractions and relaxations of the esophagus. That type of contractions and relaxations are only called as peristaltic movement. So, that is an involuntary. And coming towards the cardiac muscle, can you stop your heartbeat? No, okay, that is also a mostly involuntary in function, okay, which these cardiac muscles are continuously going to be worked in our body, okay, they are going to perform continuous contractions and relaxations to transport the blood throughout our body. So, coming towards the option 1 and 4, these both are same. Striated muscles are also called as skeletal muscles, okay, which is going to be present inside the biceps, triceps, and these are voluntary in function. So, now if you look into the options, option 1 and 2, okay, this is wrong because 1 is voluntary and 2 is involuntary. So, this option is wrong. And next coming towards the option B, 2 and 3 are only correct. What are 2 and 3 here? Smooth muscles and cardiac muscles. Yes, this will be the right option. And option C is 3 and 4 only. What is 3? Cardiac muscle and skeletal muscle means it is involuntary and it is voluntary. So, these are incorrect matched pairs. So, this is also wrong. And option D is 1 and 4. Yes, again similar. Okay, both are involuntary only. So, this is also wrong option. So, the right option will be the option B. Cardiac muscles and smooth muscles are involved in involuntary in function. Yes. Now, we are going to solve the next question. Yes. Fats are stored in the human body in. Okay. What is the specialized tissue to store the fats? Look into the options. Cuboidal epithelium, wrong option. This is going to come under the epithelial tissues. And next coming towards the adipose tissue, this will be the right options. Okay. So, the adipocytes are the cells which are present inside the adipose tissue. These are especially meant for storage of the fats. Next, bones and cartilage are irrelevant options. Okay. They are not involved in storage of the fats only. Okay. Coming towards the 13th question, contractile proteins are found in. Okay. The main specialized contractility nature is shown by the which type of tissue, students? Muscle tissues, right? But here the options are bones, blood and cartilage. So, these all are wrong. So, muscles are only the right options. The muscles contains the units called as sarcomeres which are involved in contractility. Yes. 14th question is voluntary muscles are found in. Okay. Here are the options. In these 4 options, 1 is involuntary and remaining 3 are voluntary. So, you have to identify voluntary muscles where it has been present. Alimentary canal, it is involuntary. Limbs, these are voluntary, and iris of the eye and bronchi of the lungs, these all are involuntary functions, but the voluntary functions or the voluntary muscles are found inside the limbs. Okay. So, see, we can move our hand, we can show the movement, we can perform different types of exercise activities. These all things we can do just because of the voluntary muscles only. Yes. Next, coming towards the 3 most important questions. Yes, nerve cells does not contain. You can answer this particular question when you are clear with the diagram. See, nerve cell contains axon, it contains nerve endings called as axon terminals, and but it is also going to contain some branching like structures which are going to arise from the region of the cyton. Those are called as dendrites. These all are present inside the nerve cells, but the nerve cell is going to lack the tendons. Okay. Tendons are absent inside the nerve cells. 16th question, which of these following helps in repair of tissue and fills up the space inside the organ? This is a number of times repeated question. The filler tissue or else a packaging tissue or else a repair tissue is only called as areolar tissue. I am just giving the direct answer for this question. Yes, coming towards the 17th question, cartilage is not found in. Okay. So, the cartilage tissue also we have learned by taking the example of the locations, and we have also seen the most important diagram. Okay. Cartilage is absent inside the kidneys, but it is present in nose, ears and larynx. Okay. Yes, students, this is all about the top most important level 1 type of multiple choice of questions from the chapter tissues, and these all are the questions related only to the animal tissues. In the next upcoming session, we are going to discuss about the case study questions related to the animal tissues. So, I request each and every student to be stay tuned for the next upcoming session, and please do like, share and comment to the particular channel Neet World. Thank you.